This is a short tutorial on how to grade the discussion post, the forum post in your D2L class. And in order for me to show you how to do this, I will have to go ahead and impersonate the professor in the class. In this case, it's Dr. Gerard, and this is the class. So I'm pretending to be Dr. Gerard here. And if I was him, this is how I would grade this course. I would come to assessments and I would click grades. And when it opens up, I will look at the forum that I am wanting to grade. In this case, it would be Forum 1, Week 1, and you select the drop down and you say grade all. You select that. When it opens up, then you just go student by student and grade them. So I'm going to click on the first student here. It'll open up. The first thing that you see when it opens up is the rubric, the discussion rubric that is attached or linked to the forums in this class. And so you see the rubric here, and you come down, scroll down, and now you see the students, the post for this forum. And you read it and you go, okay, 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 I can see what the person did here. Then you come back to the rubric, and based on what you just read, you decide whether in the content area, whether it's proficient, sufficient, insufficient, or deficient. In this case, I'm going to say it was proficient. I'm just using this as an example, okay? If for this, for example, here, argument and analysis, you go, well, she could have done better. And so you say it was sufficient. You can always come here and enter whatever comment you felt was needed that would have made it, instead of sufficient, proficient. So you enter your comment here, and then you keep scrolling down, and then you go to the writing and structure, and you go, oh, they didn't follow. Let's pretend they didn't follow citation protocol. So you come here and you click on that, and again you can add feedback here as to why you're putting them under the category of insufficient. This would help you when you grade with a rubric. It will tremendously minimize the number of students that write you asking you why it is that they got the grade they got. So anyway, once you do that, then you scroll down, and under general feedback, you enter here your general feedback, whatever you want to say about the post. One thing to note when you're using the rubric is that depending on which box you click, the number, the grade that the student will get changes. So if the content knowledge you find is sufficient and you click add feedback and you enter here why you think is sufficient, meaning how they could have made it proficient, you enter your feedback there. But the argument and analysis somehow was outstanding. So you put 33. The number here is changing. And then you come back down here and the writing instruction, let's say, was actually proficient. You click that, the number is changing. If it wasn't proficient, but just sufficient or actually less than, whatever box you click, the number will change. And then after you do that, then you just click publish and you're done. And the grade will show up along with the rubric. The students will be able to see the rubric and see why you graded when you did. Now, one thing that I do sometimes is I do have this pop-up window and the gradebook here, but I go over here and I right click on my tab in the browser and I duplicate that tab. The reason I do that is now I have a duplicate of the course. So I have the gradebook here. See, same as this, the gradebook here. But then on this one, rather than the gradebook, I actually go to assessment discussions. Sometimes I like to, and then come down to forum 1, the one that I'm grading, and see what was the topic. So sometimes I just make that small and put it on one side of my monitor, small, and then I can see if I'm grading this forum, what the topic was, so that I know whether or not the student addressed the topic properly. I click publish, and that's how you grade your discussion posts from inside D2L.